live and we just wait for great. So guys, we are live and with us we have amazing people from Tunisia. Okay,
Thank you.
tell the audience about Tunisia. Ancient ruins and religious quarters, along with their beaches, make quite the name for this country. Okay, so we would
Yeah.
like to welcome the Rotaract Club of Cyphex to at the global conference, and they have got some amazing videos to showcase. So, requesting the team to please share the video.
Okay.
Just 2 minutes, guys.
Okay.
But should? This is no tourist destination. It is a traveler's paradise. Hi guys, I recently took a trip around Tunisia, and in this video I'll be sharing with you things you should know about traveling to Tunisia for 1 week, including highlights on where to go, what to do, how to get around, and other useful tips I learned along the way. While most tourists flock to Egypt or Morocco, Tunisia stands untouched by mass tourism. This may be a small country in North Africa, but the amount of vastly different landscapes and ancient history prime it as an exciting, underrated destination. From the beautiful Mediterranean coastal beaches to the desert dunes and arid mountains, you can explore the country in just a few days. The country itself is not difficult to travel, to find accommodation, or get transportation. All the necessary infrastructures are available. So in total, I spent almost 3 weeks in Tunisia, but the road trip only took less than a week. So this itinerary is like a 7-day guide. However, if you do have more time to extend, then I recommend that you stay in the capital, Tunis, longer, so you have extra days to walk around the city and see more. Overall, planning a trip to Tunisia is pretty straightforward. We start our trip arriving at Tunis-Carthage International Airport in the capital, Tunis. You'll have no issues getting through immigration unless you do what I did and you bring a drone. So, side note, do not bring a drone into Tunisia because there's absolutely no way they will allow you to have it in the country. In order to have a drone, you have to apply for a permit, which has to go through 2 to 3 different bodies of government, which makes it near impossible to obtain this permit. I clearly didn't do my research beforehand, plus I was flying in from a different place and I already had my drone. After the whole drone thing, getting through the airport and out to the taxi stands is a breeze. It's a small airport and connects to many other major European cities and throughout the Middle East. Tunis is the capital and pretty small and compact. You could even explore most of the city on foot. There are countless streets and avenues with various restaurants and cuisines. If you're looking for hotels, the majority of the 3, 4, or 5-star hotels can be found around and close by the Medina in downtown Tunis. The hotels range between $100 to $400 a night, so if you're looking for a more budgeted stay, you can also look into Airbnbs. Quick thing about Airbnbs. Lately, I've been hearing a lot and reading a lot more about the price of Airbnbs and how expensive they are, that they can pretty much compromise your budget. I know it's true in some cities, but in Tunis, it's pretty affordable. We were able to find a beautiful 3-story Airbnb with a rooftop terrace in Sidi Bou Said. Sidi Bou Said is a small town overlooking the Mediterranean right next to Tunis. I stayed in a private room with a bathroom for $40 a night, and even though it was a shared space, I ran into one other guest only once during my entire week stay there. So this is our neighborhood that we are staying in for the week here in Tunis. Sidi Bou Said, thanks to Katie, she got us the Airbnb. Yay! We're back in Tunis! So public transport was a little bit difficult for me because I don't speak Arabic or French and there were no signs in English. There is a tram line, a bus system, and another form of public transport called luage, which are large vans with fixed lines. The locals use luages because they travel fast, but the difficulty is they have no fixed departure times, and as soon as they are full, they set off. There are no ride-hailing apps, but the best way to get around is to take a taxi. They are very inexpensive and have a meter. One thing to note about taxis, whenever you get into a taxi, always be advised that the meter has started and that they're using the meter, especially as soon as you arrive at the airport. On the other hand, if you're ready to brave the roads of Tunisia and outer cities, you can rent a car. If you do, rent from a franchised company. Renting a car is the most efficient way to see the country. There is public transportation to the cities outside of Tunis that I'll be talking about later. But it could take weeks, and just to maximize your time the most efficiently, I recommend that you either rent a car or hire a personal driver. So next I'll go over a list of highlights that you can see in Tunis in a day or two. You could even make it a weekend getaway if you like. I wasn't able to make it to all of them, so please, everyone that is watching, I would be delighted if you commented below places that you think everyone else watching would be worthwhile to visit in Tunis. So day one in Tunis, you can start your day off going to the Bardo Museum. While I wasn't able to visit the Bardo Museum, this is a treasury of ancient mosaic art. Next up, we have the Old Medina. Take a walk to downtown Tunis, passing restaurants, shops, and open street cafes. We just took this shuttle bus system from her place, from her apartment, into the downtown of Tunis. So we're walking through downtown to head to the Medina. As you come closer to the entrance of the Medina, you can check out the Cathedral of St. Vincent de Paul, built in 1893. Walk a little further down and arrive at the last standing piece of the wall, the entrance gate to the Medina Bab el Bar. Then enter the Medina and embrace winding alleyways of the souks. Haggling rules do apply here. When you get hungry for local Tunisian food, I challenge you to find the restaurant Fondouk El Atarin and order the fish and couscous. Katie has been leading me all through these alleyways, and we walked into this beautiful restaurant. It's very relaxing, there's nice music. The menus seem to always be some sort of easel like this, so they bring the easel over to you. They keep the easel here for a while, and you choose what you want. So we've got tuna here. What's that? Radishes. Oh, I love radishes. So somewhere in here is a runny yolk. I'm waiting for it to burst. And it just burst. Next up is the fish soup. Gotta always add some lemon. And the main course, couscous and fish. Okay, Katie, you're absolutely right. This is the best couscous I've ever had. While you're downtown, you can also check out the market, which was my personal favorite in Tunis. I loved walking around the vegetable stands and most definitely hearing the chaos of the vendors selling freshly caught seafood of the day. We took a wonderful 3-hour tour of downtown Tunis with a man named Hatem, which I recommend you do for yourself because it's worthwhile to have a local guide escorting you around downtown Tunis. He took us into buildings and areas that I would have never walked into on my own. He was so full of knowledge and passionate about Tunisia culture and history. For you history lovers, check out the Carthage ruins smack dab in the middle of neighborhoods. The ancient city of Carthage was the most powerful civilization until it was destroyed and taken over by the Romans. It's a long and exciting history that's worth the trip to see the scanty ruins still standing. Lastly, while you're in Tunis, you must visit Sidi Bou Said. It's a beautiful blue and white themed town located on a steep cliff overlooking sparkling blue views of the Mediterranean coast. I recommend getting here before sunset to take a stroll around the cobblestone streets and gawk at the elaborate front doors of the homes. While you're here, you must try a bamboloni, this delicious sugary fried donut-like twist. All right, now I'm going to talk about the cities we visited outside of Tunis on our road trip. There are plenty of cities and areas to go explore around Tunisia. You could spend weeks traveling around the country, but this video is going to focus on cities south of Tunis. Now it's time to hire a car, as the remainder of this Tunisia itinerary cannot be done without one. Tunisia is not difficult to drive, it's just Tunis that's a bit hectic. Granted, I didn't do any of the driving, so shout out to my friend Kevin who drove the entire time. We set off from Tunis at 8 a.m. driving south on our road trip. Our first stop was an old Berber village that sits atop a hill called Takruna. This is an easy pit stop off the main highway and takes about 10 to 15 minutes to walk around and maybe have a coffee. Our next stop was Kairouan. Kairouan is the fourth most holy city of Islam and is also a UNESCO World Heritage Site. If you have a general interest in history, culture, and architecture, which I would imagine you do, Kairouan is a fascinating place. We walked around the Medina while Katie was on a mission for a Tunisian rug, so we were led by one seller after the other down the maze of alleyways into a traditional rug shop, which was incredible. So we are being led down all of the alleyways to this this place that we would have never realized is actually selling carpets, because Katie is looking for a carpet. Aslam.
Aslama.
This is amazing. I didn't even look up. Okay, look up. You gotta look up. One more thing we needed to get before leaving Kairouan was our crucial road trip essential. This mouth-watering honey-soaked cookie is everything. We left Kairouan and made our way to Tozor Oasis, where we would be staying for 2 nights and making day trips out from there. We booked a dormitory room for the 4 of us at a hotel called Dar High. We just arrived at our hotel in Tozor, Tunisia, and we are the only 4 people at this entire hotel. Look, we have this entire place to ourselves. Entire hotel to ourselves. This is our room we're staying in. It's kind of like a quad dormitory. It's got a very Star Wars-esque feel to it. And you got these space Star Wars looking doors. We are experiencing some serious luxury this morning. And I don't mean like expensive, fine things, luxurious travel, luxurious. I'm talking, we're the only people at this hotel and we have so much privacy and alone time and quiet space. Here, this is what we're looking at, by the way. This is what we're looking at while we're eating breakfast right now. Only people in the hotel. How many times have I said that? So it looks like we're on the edge of the oasis on this side. Zoom in, and if you can see the other side of the oasis right there. The next morning, we headed to the oasis in the mountains, Shabika. We just arrived at the Shabika Oasis. We are getting started on the hike out. There are also a few hikes out into the mountains, but we took it easy and leisurely walked around the oasis. Today is really all about Star Wars nostalgia, because we are going to the filming locations and the sets of one of the first, of A New Hope, the very first Star Wars film that ever came out. We went back to Dar High during the afternoon to wait for it to cool down before we headed to the next site. Some of you watching may be more familiar with the planet Tatooine than the country Tunisia, but actually they are the same place. I'm walking through the Star Wars set. You know what's funny? I love how it's basically a Berber village look-alike, and then to make it Star Warsy, you just add space-looking thingies. The next day, we drove through the El Shabad salt flats and arrived in Matmata. Matmata is known for the Berber communities that live in underground caves to escape the heat. We just walked into our guest house and it is a cave. The next day, it was time to say goodbye to our road trip buddies. They dropped us off at the bus station in Gabes, and Katie and I took a bus from there to a ferry port on our way to Jerba Island. Okay, we're in a mad rush right now. We gotta make the bus because it's a half hour early and they're leaving now. And they don't wanna wait, so we gotta go. We gotta go, 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 go. Okay. Bye. Wait, where's Katie? Where'd she go? Oh my goodness. Gotta make it, all right. Oh my God, it's such a good thing that we came a half hour early because they're leaving a half hour early. All right, we made it. We're good. We're good. 10:30 departure. What time is it? It is 10:11. All right. That is a first for a bus leaving that early. Oh, it's only 2 hours to Jerba. Okay, we'll see you soon. Bye. The bus has now driven onto a ferry because we're taking a ferry across to the island. So we're gonna see if we can get off and walk around. We just got in a taxi and driving through the downtown area of Jerba Island right now. It's really pronounced Jerba. Katie's handling all the Airbnb logistics and accommodations and all that stuff because she speaks the language. It's so much easier traveling around this country when you have someone that speaks Arabic. Jerba is known for its white beaches and turquoise waters. It's a special place because it's also known as a mainstay of coexistence. The island is home to the last Tunisian Jews with one of the largest and oldest Jewish populations, and the oldest synagogue in Africa. Another fun fact is, in Homer's Odyssey, this island was known as the land of the lotus eaters. We stayed in an Airbnb in a quiet neighborhood called Riyadh, where vibrant mural paintings are everywhere. I admit we spent more time in the Airbnb than we did outside of it. It was the most beautiful Mediterranean villa with not one but 2 dipping pools, 4 separate rooms with bathrooms, and the ever-present aroma of honeysuckles growing all over the open spaces. Katie and I never want to leave this villa. We don't want to leave. We came to this island. There's a beach out there, there's a lot of fun things to do out there, and we are just happy not leaving the walls of this villa. I'm probably gonna go shopping in just a bit after we eat breakfast. This breakfast, by the way, was made by Fatima, who was the woman that let us in yesterday. In Jerba, I also ventured out to the souks to do a little shopping and haggling for my share of personal souvenirs. All right, so I'm leaving our villa and I'm gonna go out and walk around the souk area and the Medina area here on Jerba. Katie is gonna stay back and she's got a lot of work to do this afternoon, and so do I, but I'm going to go out just for a little bit, do a little bit of shopping, and then come back to our villa because there's really nothing better than this beautiful villa we have all to ourselves. So we just haggled for like the last hour maybe. Going back and forth with this man, and he finally got my price. We got it. He priced me at like the highest price point you could ever imagine, and I was like, that's not happening. You are very difficult. Haggling and bargaining can be very, very like tensious. I said, I have done this before. We did it. Woo! In the bargaining process, being difficult is a good thing. And another one bites the dust. Just kidding. We just haggled and we got a good price. Well, I got a good price and he was He had a little trouble with me, but he agreed anyway. Haggling is it's a fun process, it's a tedious process, it's a little bit awkward at first if you haven't bargained before. It can be, you know, if you're not like a little bit aggressive and a little bit pushy, then you might back down and just get that like really high price. So anyway, this is haggling in Tunisia. All right, cool, yay, woo! We stayed in Jerba for a total of 3 nights. It was so peaceful, and we had nailed down our routine of going to the market every day, taking strolls to admire the mural paintings, and just relaxing as much as we could while we were also working. This is a really special night for us though, because the owners of this villa came and they had a Ramadan dinner, and we've just been upstairs working. But they were so kind because they cooked so much food, and they told us that they really wanted us to try, well, not knowing Katie has been living here, but they really wanted me to try the Tunisian food. And of course, the best couscous in the world is here in Tunisia. And they have prepared a little poolside dinner for us. They cooked so much food, so they were like, we want to share it with you. So this is Katie and my last night here in Jerba, and we're spending it having our own little special romantic Ramadan dinner cooked by Fatima, which has been the woman that has been kind of caretaking around this place. So looks
Okay. Hello.
Yusuf,
Hi, Yusuf.
Hello.
turn on your camera, please.
Hi.
Hi. Please turn on your camera. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. So that was really nice video. You know, the way it was explaining about the country. So you guys can talk about your experience and your country now in your club.
Okay. Like the video told, you know, Tunisia is coming in this north of Africa. Okay, it's a small place. It's a small country. Yani, when you compare it between India and Turkey, I think we are just a small city, or what I can tell you, small place. Okay, and we are just 12 million people. Okay, we have 24-hour town in our country. Okay, in our Tunisia. We are speaking French more than English. Okay, because we are so close to French. Okay, and we are talking French because, and Arabic, and now English is coming for our. We are talking in English. A lot of people talk. It's not a very high level in English, but it's good. Yani, we can have the communication. But you have some people that they are so brilliant in English or other language too. Tunisian people, they can understand all language. They can learn all language quickly. Yeah. If we will watch or 3 Indian series, we will learn some like Monasame, like this. I think I forgot it, but we know it because sometimes I like some Indian film. Okay, we go back to Tunisia. Okay, we have sea. We have long beaches. Okay, and we too. Can you have a question or something you can ask me?
Yes. We do
Some
have.
details because you saw video. You can...
Yes, we do have few questions.
Yeah, so one of the questions we have is, do you have Indian restaurants in Tunisia?
Yeah, Yeah, we have no, we have more. Yeah, that I know. We have three. One in Tunisia, okay, the capital. One in Hammamet, and one in two tourist cities.
Okay. Have you been to those restaurants? Like, are you fond of Indian food?
In the capital, I was, and I was a lot of time too. But in Istanbul, it's not in Tunisia. But in Tunisia, I was once
Okay, great. Also,
because I was living
when
in
you were talking
Istanbul.
about, sorry, can you repeat, Yusuf?
I was living in Istanbul, Turkey.
Okay,
Beautiful.
even that's a very beautiful place to visit. Yeah, so Yusuf and Tahir, I
Yeah.
wanted to ask you a question as well. Is knowing Arabic is necessary uh,
I,
in Tunisia? Like, if you're living in
What?
Tunisia,
what
if you're living in
I don't
Tunisia or you're traveling in Tunisia, is knowing Arabic necessary?
don't hear.
Arabic is necessary. Yeah, for sure. But in Tunisia, we have our Arabic. Okay, it's not this. It's
Mhm.
we. Arabic people and our Arabic country don't have a lot of. They have a lot of different language. From the Arabic, it's coming from the Arabic. Okay, we understand. We have our Arabic. In other countries, Arabic countries, they when you told them Tunisia, we told you aslama, like hi, it's in Arabic, it's marhaban.
Okay,
Can you understand?
Yes.
okay.
Actually, we have one more question that's from Sri Lanka. They want to know, do you have Sri Lankan cuisine available in Tunisia?
No, Sri Lanka, no. We don't have in Tunisia some restaurant from Sri Lanka like this. And we know just Sri Lanka in Asia, it's in Tunisian people for Asian country, they don't know a lot, because we are more for the Europe and America.
Okay. So yeah, these were a few set of questions, which we got from our audience.
Yeah, good.
I guess the video was also really very exciting for them because till now, we were going through
Yeah,
presentations, and this was a nice experience having a whole video which was talking about different days and the whole traveling. So thank you so much for that, Yusuf and
okay.
Tahir. And it was great having you guys over here. And also just request
Thank you
that
so
you
much.
guys can stay on the portal as we have many more countries going to be here.
Yeah, I will
Hmm.
watch it in the YouTube live.
No,
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay, and again, people have been saying this on the chat that Tunisia looks a great place to travel. So I hope
thank you so much.
there's going to be a lot of people.
When you come to Tunisia, already you have your family here. It's Club Rotaract Facts. Okay,
Thank you
we
so much.
are your family, all of you. We are waiting for you. You will be our VIP guests. Okay, and it's a promise.
Thank you so much, Yusuf and Tahir. Also, we have these two things on our portal where you can connect with different protractors from different districts, and you can chat
Okay,
with them. You can have a video call with them, and
okay.
make make new friends. Also, we have a lounge setting where you can become a part of of a lounge, and you can talk about meet people with different interest sets. So, for example, if you are interested in the sports,
Inshallah.
you get to meet people who are interested in sports. And
Yeah.
you can talk to them over there.
Yeah. We make friends, real friends from other countries.
Yeah.
Yeah, like me and Arya, we are just every day are talking about the project. Don't forget Arya. We will talk. Yeah, we will ask about us, okay, and we will make other projects as soon as possible together to make
Great.
all
Thank you so
of
much, Mr.
us know
Tahir.
each other. He
Hello.
didn't listen to you. Can you repeat?
Can you repeat?
Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It was wonderful having you guys.
Thank you. Thank you so much for us too.
See
We
you
are
soon.
pleasure.
Yes.
See you soon. Bye bye.
Bye.
Ciao.
Hello.
Hello, guys.
Hi.
Hi.
Okay, so we are already live and we have our audience waiting for this presentation. They've been pretty excited about Hungary. So, what I'll just do is I'll give a small introduction and then we can go ahead with the presentation. Okay, so guys, now we have with us Hungary. Here you can take a trip through quaint rural villages and thriving nightlife in Budapest, both with a distance of few minutes. Okay, so this is one such country which is rich of heritage and also a lot of music and nightlife. So we have with us.
Hajnalka and Katuna with us to represent Hungary.
So guys,
Yes. Hi, guys. My name is Zsuzsanna Katona, which is Susanna in English. I have been a Rotaract member for 5 years now, and this year I am the country representative of Hungary. Last year I was president of my club, and I'm still studying. I live in the city of Győr, in the northwestern part of Hungary. And yeah, basically, I'm 20 years old. Yeah, and I'm very happy to be here with you.
Hello, guys. I'm Hajnalka Nemes.
thank you for that.
Oh. Hi, guys. So I'm Hajnalka Nemes. I'm currently the district Rotaract representative of the Hungarian district, District 1911. And last year I was country representative as Zsuzska now. So I really like that international project, and I'm still like to share about our culture and Hungary, and really looking forward to this opportunity. Hope you will like. So then we can start.
Yes, please.
Okay, so I'm gonna share our presentation.
And let me show you Hungary's flag. I don't know if you see it.
Yes.
Yes, that looks really nice.
Thank you. Okay.
So there it is. Please, Zsuzska, start.
So in the first picture, you can see a map of Europe, and you can see Hungary. It's with red there. And as you can see, practically, it's a small country, and the population is 10 million people. And there you can see the flag. Yeah, and that's all. We have prepared you, well, not, we have looked for a video, and let us show it for you.
Nap fölöttem, lenn a fénylő víztükörben. Itt az
Sorry?
The video is not visible. Please click on the slide and see the video.
You can't see the video.
Oh,
Slide.
okay. Yes. Okay,
Yes.
I got it. Sorry. Thank you. So now you see it.
Mhm.
Yes. Yes.
nap alattam, nap fölöttem, lenn a fénylő víztükörben. Itt az ég a földet éri. Tán szerelme csókját kéri. Most a nap megáll az égen. Dicsőség fényözönében. Csöndessége fönségében.
Okay, let me begin. And first, we would like to introduce you the typical authentic Hungarian people. And we tried to write something that would be really true to the Hungarian nation. And I believe, we believe, and we are the Hungarian people hospitable. However, we don't like to speak in English, neither in any other foreign languages. So It's a bit true, but we are still hospitable. The Hungarian people are critical. So I would say we are experts in things that we don't know anything about. I don't know if you understand me. So for example, nowadays, everyone is a virologist. Everyone knows everything about the virus and the current situation. However, we don't know, like as professionals, anything about the situation. Then the Hungarians are typically sad, depressed, and pessimist. And we have a saying that goes like, it would mean tearful merrymaking or lamentation is the secret to a true Hungarian party. So if we are sad, we do parties and we enjoy ourselves. So yeah, it's like something weird, but we are like this. And then the Hungarians are jealous. So we would always say that the grass is always greener on the other side. And then we like complaining about nearly anything. So we can't be satisfied, even if everything's perfect in our lives. However, despite all these negative things about Hungarians, we like partying, we enjoy eating and drinking. We are very family and friend centered, I would say, and family and friends are really important to us. And Hungarians, I believe, are very hardworking, trustworthy, talented as well in sports, for example, and persistent and passionate, I would say, about anything. Then we would like to introduce you the Hungarian gastronomy. And in the first picture, you can see sausages from maybe Gyula, which is a city in Hungary. And it's a very typical and famous sausages. Then in the second picture, you can see salami of pig, which is made with the typical paprika. Yes, on the next slide. As you can see, paprika for us is just as important as salt and pepper in the table and when we have food. In the first picture, you can see how it looks like in reality, and then in the second picture, you can see that it is in a powder form. And in the third, it's a very typical picture. For example, in villages, the elderly like having like paprika like this, and it's a very typical photo. And yes, basically we eat it, I guess, in every household you can find it. It's a must.
And I think it's something
everyone.
Similar to the Indians. They also like these things.
Mm-hmm. And then here you can see two types of creams, maybe. The first one is erős pista, which means strong Steve in Hungarian. It's a cream which is made of this paprika, and it's really spicy. And then in the next to the erős pista, you can see piros arany, which means red gold. Literally,
and you
red
have
gold.
Every Hungarian has it in its fridge, so I just picked it out from it. And it's a Hungaricum, which means it's a typical Hungarian
product, or maybe. And it exists in a sweet and in a spicy form as well. Then we have a very typical sweet that we eat during Christmas time, which is called szaloncukor. And szaloncukor stands for salon candy, literally translated, and it's a special type of chocolate. So it's not candy, it's chocolate, and usually it's like, I don't know, marzipan, for example, covered with chocolate. And there are several types of it. And we even have the same flavored with spicy paprika. So yeah. And then I guess Hungary is very famous for the goulash soup, which is in Hungarian gulyás leves. However, here in Hungary, we all know that the goulash soup that you can get in any restaurant has nothing to do with the goulash soup that we eat in our houses, at our homes. So it's like, it's not different. The taste is not different, but the formula is like, I guess it's not the same, or I don't know
Probably
how
it's
to explain.
really important for every family, and every family has its own way of making it, and that's why we are so critical with the ones in the restaurants.
Yes, that's it. And then we have sour cream, which looks like yogurt, but it has a sour flavor. And we use it more than ketchup. We use it for pasta. We have like sour cream cottage cheese pasta. And we, for example, put it in meat, as you can see in the third picture. Or we even, I don't know, we use it for several dishes.
And you can buy it in a big amount.
Yes.
Big container.
Yes. And the next thing is turo, which is cottage cheese. Yeah, cottage cheese in English, and it's a dairy product. And as far as I know, in other countries, it doesn't exist in the same form, as far as I know. And I guess the Hungarian people really like it, and it's also very typical to have it in any household. And we also put it in pasta or in desserts. And the next thing is turorudi, which is a type of sweet, but it's like the cottage cheese covered with chocolate, but it's a bit more creamy as the normal cottage cheese. So yes, we can't really explain to foreigners what is it until you try it, but it's like something sweet with cottage cheese and chocolate.
It's something you have to try if you come to Hungary.
And Heini, would you like to talk about the following?
Okay, so the next one is a sweet one. It's called mákos guba, which is poppy seed on some pasta, and it can sound really strange because most of the countries it's forbidden because it's counted as narcotic. But for us, we doesn't even have anything like that. We don't think about it as a narcotic. We just eat it with some sugar, and we can put it on some pasta, and we just mix it with some pasta and we eat it, or we put it on, we make some sweet desserts out of it. We put some vanilla cream on top, and we love it. We just love it. Kids in primary school eat it a lot in the canteens. And as I mentioned, that it had poppy seed, and you can see the poppy seed here in this picture. It's a really nice flower. And if you are outside and just traveling by car, you can see a lot of fields covered with these flowers, which is really amazing. And people love to take pictures standing in between them. And our next one, it's probably my favorite one. It's the lángos, which is an amazing thing. It's some kind of bread fried in oil, and we put some sour cream on top of it that we called teifel earlier, and we put some garlic on it as well because we love garlic as well, and of course some cheese. So we love it. So the basic one, it's on the left side, and the right one, it's like, it's for the touristic people, let's say. I never tried that one. I always go for the sour cream and garlic and cheese.
That's the best version.
Yes.
I can confirm.
And you can see we love eating. So the next one is a sandwich. We eat a lot of sandwich, and you can recognize the Hungarian when the train hasn't even left the station, but we are already eating our homemade sandwiches, which usually have some paprika or tomato in it, and as well Wiener Schnitzel, which is a slice of meat covered with some crispy
breadcrumbs and
breadcrumbs, yes,
eggs and
eggs and the flour. Yeah, basically just that. And we can cover everything in this thing, even vegetables. We also love it. And we like feeding our guests. We not just like to eat, we like them to eat as well. So if we are offering something to you, please receive it and just eat it with a good taste. Because, you know, we are hungry Hungarians. We also drink our own type of alcohol. And one of them, which is also in every household, so I just took mine. It's Unicum. And it's something like Jägermeister. And but we prefer this one as well, of course. And the advertisement says, just positively. So just be positive in your mindset, but not on the other side right now. And we are also we love wine. I just brought as well a wine because I have a plenty of at my home. And as well, it's a friend's wine. So I'm also from a wine city. So we make, like every family makes wine. It's so traditional. So I would like to show you, we would like to show you a video about a festival, which is from my city. And it's about a wine festival. So I hope you will like it. And I hope it let it to play.
Jól hopkölni már meg.
So as you could see, we love festivals, we love to party, and we love our wines, so we drink it. And just enjoy ourselves, as well our palinka, which is also some kind of homemade thing. I just brought some with me, and we're really proud of this drink. If you come to Hungary, you also have to try. And we basically not buy it in the stores usually because we make our own. So we have the homemade ones. But what about our language? Well, this is the second hardest one spoken in the world. And nobody except Hungarians speak it. It's not similar to any other country, languages. And we have really strange letters like you can see here. Ch, Z, S, G, D. So it sounds a little bit strange. Maybe because of that, some people try to compare Hungarian language to the Russian, but it's not like that at all. We also have a lot of vowels like O, A, E, I, and so on. And one word can have like 5 meanings or even more, and it's still the same. It's just not the same way as you use it. But it's really hard. Yeah, we told you, but let's teach you something which is really easy. If you want to say hello or goodbye, you just use see ya. It's like see ya, so it's see ya. It's so easy, right? Maybe this is the only easy one. So let me show you a video when Kate McKinnon, a famous actress, was talking about the Hungarian language.
So Hungarian, as it turns, is
as the nose turns,
the
yes.
second most difficult language for native speakers of English to pick up. Wow. So I studied every day so hard for 3 months, and I found that at the end I could not order at a restaurant.
Good. And rap songs in Hungarian?
I learned one verse of one rap song, and it took a whole year.
Yeah.
Jó, hogy itt vagyunk, most végre valamit bemutathatunk. Ez a József város, a mi tanyánk, itt nevelve minket a jó anyánk. Jó, József város, sütét ez a hely, ha, a világa.
Oh my goodness! What is going on? What is happening?
So we were like this guy. We were amazed that she learned this song, which is really hard, and as well to rap. So she made us really proud. And as we mentioned this earlier, it's not anything similar to the Slavic or the Russian languages. And it's still the same word, just in a different way. And this shows how is to learning Hungarian. So it's not just like you hear it once and you repeat it and you remember it for forever. You have to hear it a little bit more and maybe practice and so on. So basically it's really true. So we are really lucky that we don't have to study Hungarian as a foreign language because we can speak, but it's really hard for others to learn. So we are also really happy if somebody learns Hungarian and can speak just maybe 1 or 2 words. We are so excited and happy for that. As well, if Yoda would know how to speak English correctly as like a Hungarian learning English, it could be really strange sounding. You can see it down. Also, on Monday, on Tuesday, on Wednesday, but we always use something different in the end. So it's not the same. You have to learn all of them. And as well with the words that sound similar in most of the other languages, like police, we call it rendőrség. And we also have our longest word, megszentségteleníthetetlenségeskedéseitekért, which is something that we can't really explain what it means, but we always tell it to people who is interested about the Hungarian language.
And let me tell you, sorry to interrupt you, but I'm not sure if I can pronounce it correctly, even if I'm Hungarian. I always have problems pronouncing it. So yeah, it's
and also if you want to just say like, what's up? You can say it in many ways and it's still the same. in English, but not in Hungarian. It has a different meaning. And as well, some strange words, teddy bear sweatpants, as we call sweatpants. And this guy, it's really famous about it. And he became famous in Europe because he was wearing all the time these teddy bear sweatpants. As you can see, they, European footballers, are remembering about him by his sweatpants. Zuzka, you want to continue?
Yes, of course. Let us show you some curiosities about Hungary. And well, the first thing that we have put is that people always confuse Budapest with Bucharest. And I have met, and I believe most of the Hungarians have met people who were telling, oh, I know your capital, I have been there, it's Bucharest. And we are like, yes, it's similar, but it's Budapest, not Bucharest. There's a bit of distance between the two cities.
Yeah, so Bucharest is the capital of Romania.
And
it's Budapest. It's coming.
That's the building of the parliament, lit up during night. And we have a very famous bridge, which is the Chain Bridge.
And behind it, it's the Buda Castle on the Buda side of Budapest, because we forgot to mention that Budapest used to be two cities, Buda and Pest. And now it's called Budapest, and it's the same.
And it's divided by a river. So basically you can go from one side to the other side, crossing a river.
And by so many bridges.
Mm-hmm. Yes. In these two pictures, you can see the fisherman's bastion, which is in Hungarian Halász bástya. And I believe it's the most beautiful building in the capital.
And so many artists fall in love with this building. So we have Ellie Golding, yes. So some singers has video clips that may shoot here.
There's another picture, Basilic. I believe, St. Stephen Basilic. And then it's a very typical thing during Christmas time. It's the lit up
tram.
Yeah. Tram. The lit up tram, which crosses Budapest streets during every Christmas time, December and January, I guess. And there you can see the Chain Bridge, the Parliament.
With the Margaret Island.
Mm-hmm.
Again, the St.
Stephen's Basilic.
Yes.
And the Hero Square.
Maybe the most place.
Yes. And then we would like to talk about Hungarian inventions.
Yeah,
we are going to see another video.
We have matchstick.
Mm-hmm.
You know this product, which is also a Hungarian one, and also it has some typical picture on it. Oh.
If you love the wrong person, you gotta live with that. Right now, I just need you to listen. All my lovers out there, make sure you want to be with you. Cheer. mistake, baby. Ain't no turning back now, though. You gotta live with it. You feel me? Let's go.
And Heini, would you like to talk about this part?
Yes. So some short. By the way, here's my Rubik's cube. Of course, everybody has it. And I'm wearing the "We Are Unbelievable" T-shirt, which was made for the Rio Olympic Games. And we are really proud of our sportsmen because on the list of the won Olympic medals, we are the 5th country. If we check by the population, it's a percentage, and then we are the 5th one, which is crazy because we're just 10 million people. You can see how many medals we won. It's more than 500. We also have so many thermal baths. We are Budapest is the capital of thermal water. And it's true for the whole country, because if you have no thermal bath in your city, then you have it at least in 30 kilometers. So it's so natural, and we love to just go there and to stay the weekend, spend the weekend there. There's another one. They're really amazing. Also something that
then every year, several tourists come to Hungary to visit these lakes, these waters, so they are very famous.
And here's our favorite one, which is the Lake Balaton, that we call the Hungarian Sea, which is just a 79 kilometers long lake, but we call it the Hungarian Sea. And we also able to swim across it here, of course. And we love to go there with our families. And I think every Hungarian at least once should go there in summertime. If you don't go there, maybe you are losing your Hungarian identity, like a little piece. You should go there. That's it. Even at the winter time, it's amazing.
For us, it's the typical summer vacation.
Yes, and you can sail.
That we must do once in a year.
That's your Yushka.
Okay. Then we can swear for 5 minutes straight with no breath and not using the same word. And I guess, yes, it's really true. And we have, we can swear in ways that doesn't have like bad words. So Hungarians know that we are saying something bad, but we don't say any word that would be bad. For example, a kutya rúgja meg, let the dog kick it.
That's it. It's easy.
Yeah, that's it. And then we have a word which is bazd meg. Fuck it. And I believe so many people know it. Oh, foreign people. Maybe that's the only word that foreign people know in Hungarian. I don't know why.
We don't know why. We just teach you.
But it's the only word. I don't know how. How can it be the only word?
I think it sounds good, like Bozmag. It can be like, it's easy to say.
Yes, it's like it.
But scientists said that the nicest Hungarian word it's shoelace, which is in Hungarian cipőfűző. We also wear our engagement ring on the left hand, and then the wedding ring on the right, which is the different in so many other countries. And the reason is because they said that the left hand fourth finger, it goes straight to the heart, like there's one way, and they use it there because of that.
And it's a perfect way to express our feelings and to represent it.
We also mentioned that we are criticized everything, but sometimes it's just in a funny way. So, but we also like memes.
Yeah, we are crazy about memes, and we have, I guess, thousands of different memes during COVID-19.
Exactly, and I think this one on the right, it shows everything about us. Like, what is the
Yes.
quarantine coffee like? It's like normal coffee, but it has Valinka in it and no coffee. So, cheers, Jushka.
Yes. Cheers!
Cheers!
Cheers.
Egészségedre!
Egészségedre, egészségetekre. Mm, It's strong, guys. It's strong.
So thank you so much, guys. That was Hungary. And we are really looking for you to come. So just contact us.
Thank you for your attention, for the invitation, and we hope to see you someday.
I think I don't think we've introduced. So Hanalka, we happen to be batchmate DRRs, and it was so great to see you present because the team was talking about all the things that you included, right from languages to bad words, which I think the bad words really got us going. Everyone was trying out to at least trying to understand how they could use these on their friends, as well as I think so many vivid descriptions about food. Of course, the country being Hungary, I'm sure you get a lot of jokes on your country's name itself because it goes with hunger. But apart from that, I think a lot of discussion about Olympics and certain things like the Rubik's Cube. I think that was something really interesting because I think what we're really liking is for everything that you've shown on the slides, you have a sample at your home or one of you showing it, right? It was very vividly described, I would say, detailed slide, and I think really gets us excited about if at any point of time we could travel to Hungary. I think and now we know that Budapest is the place to be and not Bucharest. So I think that's
you can go there as
correction
well,
or geographical correction.
Sorry, you can go there as well. Just keep going after until you reach.
Definitely. So one thing that I'd like to ask you, because I think most of the things you've covered really well. And I'm sure a lot of participants are also, all the participants that we have, they're putting a lot of comments about the understanding the country better. But what I'd like to know, if you could spend maybe a minute just to help us understand how Rotaract also is run, in Hungary, maybe for one of you, maybe this year or in general, what are some of the active projects that you'll do, or how does networking happen there? Anything that you'd like to share?
Okay, so I think I would go with this as the district representative. Thank you for all the good words. It's I have to say it's an amazing opportunity that we can a little bit talk about Hungary and as well to learn from other countries and to know more about you. And from your district conference, by the way, it was awesome. So answering your question, we are really small country and we are a small district. So we have like 10 clubs in our district, and we basically have a lot of projects at Christmas time, around Christmas. So we gave more than 600-700 of little package of gifts to kids in the whole country, for orphans and for poor kids. And we also have some projects that it's in the summertime when we have these little plastic ducks and we put it in the water and they are swim down and it's a race. It's a duck race. And then this is the way how we raise money to also cover our projects. So basically we have a lot of projects with kids, and mostly with kids, as we are Rotaractors, we are close to them. And Zhushka, did I miss anything?
I don't think so. However, I would also mention that, for example, in my club, we have a relation with the elderly as well. So we do projects related to the elderly. So not just kids, but the elderly. And maybe we have several types of projects nowadays, not really because of the situation, but in normal times. Yeah, we have several.
And we also have some with that is connected with food, of course, like with Palinka wine and lecho.
Yes,
And
yes.
so guyash, whatever.
For example, my Rotary Club in my city every year does a 3-day long festival of wine. And we also have a stand there, and we go there as representatives of the Rotary Club and Rotaract Club, and we spend the 3 days there. And it's fun.
Yes,
So
at Christmas time we are
related projects as well.
Sorry.
No,
Christmas time we are giving mulled wine, which is hot wine, and we raise money with that as well. Like almost every club do this. It's so typical. It's very typical Hungarian.
Yes.
I think
Maybe that's all.
One thing that for us, while you spoke about wine and liquor, so in our district we don't the consumption of liquor or anything projects related to liquor is not something that is allowed. It's a conscious decision taken by our district, and it's something that has followed through the number of years that we've spent. So I think it also makes us happy to hear that you raising money through these projects. And I must say the duck project is definitely cute, because when you said ducks, I was wondering, what you'll do with it. And we said that, okay, it's a race that you'll do for fundraising. I think it's a really unique idea. Probably that's something I think that if that works there, right, I think it's always good to hear of different ideas, because we are a city and a district where a lot of water, or we live near the shore. So maybe we could also consider something like this. Not sure. Probably have to connect to understand how it happens there, and then see the feasibility over here. So I think thanks for sharing that one as well.
We can show you videos about it. Just contact us. We are glad to share.
Sure. Arya, anything to add?
Yeah, like definitely, as you showed us, like we are hungry after looking at Hungary, that's us. So yeah, that's it.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for sharing. You could continue being on the portal, join the other sessions, interact with the other members through the meeting options, chat option, as well as the lounges. And we hope that at some point of time, maybe if you get a chance to come to India, we'd love to host you here in Bombay, as well as or any other meaningful service project which can be done now. Now that distance is not a barrier, we're all connected through this online medium of Rotaract. And we hope that in the future we could do something together as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for having us.
Bye-bye. See you.
Bye-bye.
All right, guys. Thank you for tuning in. For all the members who've continued to stay with us, we really appreciate your enthusiasm and all the energy that you're showing. I think it motivates all the districts presenting as well, and all the clubs representing their districts. So as has been, we are done with this session. We will begin the next session in a couple of minutes, in 5 to 10 minutes. So stay tuned and hope to see you in the next session, which has the following upcoming districts. Just give me a moment. So we have the districts from Congo and from Brazil who are going to be in the next session. So stay tuned for them. I'm sure a lot of us football fans would want to hear about, at least from Brazil. And of course, a Brazilian has the samba dance, and Congo also is famous for a few things, which I'm aware of. I'm not sure of how many things you know. You'll come to know in this session. See you there.